I'm Barbara Kane, licensed spiritual practitioner with the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living, one of hundreds of centers for spiritual living locations across the globe, and I'm here to welcome you to our morning meditation. And this morning I'll be reading from 365 Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, and I'll do a short reading and then we'll go into silent meditation for about 3 minutes. And then I'll do another prayer at the end of the silent meditation to bring us out of our meditation. So I invite you to close your outer eyes and just take a deep breath and just blow it out. Relax your body into whatever position is most comfortable for you for meditation. And now we will begin. Your place in life is to become an outlet for God's wisdom, intelligence, love, beauty, and creativity. Your relationship to life, capital L, is that you are of like nature to God. You and Spirit are one. Some part of you exists as pure, unmanifest spirit. This side of your nature has never been troubled. Since you are fashioned from the stuff of the invisible, its nature is incarnated in you. Because of this, your word has the power in your world of localizing itself, manifesting itself in concrete form. You are in life. Life is flowing through you. It is you. It decrees, affirms, knows, and imagines. That which it decrees transpires. You are like it. You rule your own world. Every idea you have automatically sets the law of life in motion, such as a way to produce the definite form of that idea. There is something involved in a sunflower that acts upon the creative nature in such a way as to produce a sunflower and not a cabbage or a potato. Definite ideas produce definite results. This means that if you are using this law to bring loving friendship into your life, then you are specializing it for this definitive purpose and not for something else. And so we now close our outer eyes, knowing that what we intend is something that God, Spirit, infinite power fully supports. And now I invite you to go within. I invite you now to start bringing your attention back into your body and into the room, and take a moment to allow yourself to settle back in. And I'm going to speak a blessing on our meditation, an affirmation, something to keep in mind as we move forward through our day. I choose to live the kind of life I deeply desire, for this is God moving within me. As I reach out, the universe reaches back to me with acknowledgement for my desires. All goodness, all truth, all lovingness, all life are mine and mine to share. Accepting and affirming the truth of my being, that spirit and I are one, I free myself of beliefs in limitation and lack and move forward into a new life of loving friendship, abundance, intuition, and joy. And so it is. And now I invite you to take a few minutes, but then join us for the service that starts right here at 10:15.
You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take. Bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Places you will go, and the people you will know. Don't worry when, or where, or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath, and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for I'm gonna stand up for joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living and our Sunday celebration service. Just a little round of applause for that beautiful opening number. I'm so very grateful that you have chosen to invite us into your homes today. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Dusty Rippelmeyer, and I have the honor and privilege of being this community's spiritual director. We are part of a larger organization called Centers for Spiritual Living, and Centers for Spiritual Living is a practical and positive faith and philosophy and way of life, a global community of over 450
spiritual centers, teaching chapters, and special focus ministries in over 30 countries worldwide. Our community, the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living, is the spiritual home for a diverse group of people who are seeking a deep and abiding connection with each other and with God. Our purpose is to inspire, educate, and empower individuals to experience themselves as unique and individualized expressions of God. We do this within a sacred and supportive community that welcomes everyone just as they are. Our mission is the transformation of our personal lives into being a powerful and beneficial presence on the planet. We do this through celebration, service, study, fellowship, and the energy of unconditional love. Our vision is a world that actually works for all. We do this by consciously practicing the truth of our oneness and unity with God in our everyday lives. Again, thank you so very much for joining us today. To start off with, I have a few announcements. In 2025, we started a new practice of our TCSL community visiting other faith traditions to participate in the services and other activities that they may be having on that day. We found that it was a great way to build bridges with our neighbors of different spiritual beliefs and for us to learn more about the people and practices of other world religions that existed in our area. We're continuing this tradition in 2026, beginning with a couple of events that are part of the town of Cary's celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Dream Fest 2026. While there are very many activities, really wonderful activities during this program, we are encouraging interested TCSL members to join us for two of them in particular. The first is that on Sunday, January 18th, next Sunday, Christ the King Lutheran Church will host an interfaith service from 3:30 until 5 o'clock, to which all faiths and nationalities are welcome. It will feature speakers, prayers, and music from a variety of different Christian and non-Christian religious communities in the Triangle area. A number of us went last year, and it was absolutely wonderful. Then, after the service at 5:30 at the First Cary United Methodist Church in downtown Cary, just a little over a mile away from the church where the service will be, there is the Village Gathering 2026. The Village Gathering 2026 is a community meal and interactive learning experience with the Wolfpack Discussion Engagement Network. The dinner is free. It's open to anyone who registers until it's full and accommodates different dietary needs. So to recap, on Sunday, January 18th, Christ the King Lutheran Church will host an interfaith service from 3:30 until 5 o'clock, to which all faiths and nationalities are welcome. Then, about a mile away, the dinner will begin at 5:30, followed by interactive learning experience and discussion from 6:15 until 7:30 at the First Cary United Methodist Church, which is at 117 South Academy Street in Cary. Building C in the community room. Remember, you do need to register for this event. Please consider joining us for one or both of these events. You will be very glad you did, because it was really quite amazing last year. Speaking of interfaith activities, a group of Buddhist monks with their loyal dog Aloka started an approximately 120-day journey on October 26, 2025 in Fort Worth, Texas, that will take them 2,300 miles to Washington, D.C. By the end of the Walk for Peace, the monks will have walked through 10 U.S. states, with the monks visiting state capitals along the way: Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland. The intention of Walk for Peace is to raise awareness of peace, loving kindness, and compassion. Bikithu Panaranka Ara says, we walk not to protest, but to awaken the peace that already lives within each one of us. We walk not to protest, but to awaken the peace that already lives within each one of us. The Walk for Peace is a simple yet meaningful reminder that unity and kindness begin with each and every single one of us and can radiate outward to families, communities, society, and the world as a whole. We would like to gather together as a community to welcome the venerable monks and Aloka to the Triangle area. They're expected sometime between January 20th and through the 30th, so sometime between the 20th and the 30th. And I realize that this is a really big window and it's going to be hard to coordinate. However, they're walking and we don't know exactly how long it's going to take them or when exactly they will get here. So their website is being updated continually, and we will update you to let you know where we will be going to meet them and when. If you would like to join us, please RSVP at info@trianglecsl.org. We will keep you updated. Please join us. This is our first announcement of the return of the Basement Series, which was began last year as a part of TCSL Spiritual Education. Beginning in February, we will facilitate a class called Living from a Place of Surrender by Michael Singer, who's a renowned author, teacher, and speaker. In a letter, he says, "My dear friends, in case you haven't noticed, you have a mental dialogue going on inside your head that never stops. This is the opening sentence of my book, The Untethered Souls. Since its publication in 2007, I've been inundated with questions about why that inner voice is always talking, why so much of what it says is negative and stressful, and most importantly, how you free yourself from it. In this course, we will put to rest any questions that you have about that inner dialogue. Not just about quieting it down, but learning how to steadily remove the root cause of its existence. One of the greatest lessons you will learn here is that trying to achieve happiness by getting what you want is actually limiting your happiness. You end up struggling with life instead of experiencing it. True happiness comes only when your inner energy is free to flow. That unhampered flow is indeed the goal of this course. We will see the most effective personal growth technique is to use life to remove your inner blockages, not compensate for them. In this course, you'll learn about your true relationship to the world unfolding around you and to the thoughts and emotions arising within you. But most importantly, you will come to touch the real you, the indwelling consciousness that is witnessing it all. The intention of this course is to change your entire perspective of life. Every session will challenge you to go beyond yourself. With great love and respect, Michael A. Singer." Sounds amazing, yes? So there's two different options for attending this course. Number one is 8 Monday evenings from 6:30 to 8 o'clock, beginning Monday, February 9th. It will be held in a location in the Durham Duke Forest area. So that's on Mondays in the Durham Duke Forest area. The second option is 8 Tuesday evenings from 6:30 to 8:30, beginning Tuesday, February 10th. This option will be held in the Raleigh area. We've chosen two different locations in two different areas of the Triangle, and we invite you to choose the one that is closest to you. The class is $150 and must be paid by the end of the course. We do have payment options available should you wish to use that. You can register at info@trianglecsl.org and remember to say which location you are choosing. Each site is accepting only 10 participants, so I encourage you to register early. Please join us for this upcoming class. I'm really very excited about it. Sunday, January 18th, next Sunday, is online again only. However, Sunday, January 25th will be live in the room at Solely Holistic. So many people have been there because they came on January 1st for our New Year's workshops. But Solely Holistic is at 5540 McNeely Drive, Suite 101 in Raleigh. Your GPS might tell you to take a left and go in front of the building, but I suggest that you keep going straight, go down the little hill and park in the back, because the entrance is at the back of the building on that first floor. So there's no steps or anything to enter. We will also be at this new site, gathered all together 3 times. Did you hear me? 3 times in February. All Sunday services begin with a meditation at 9:45, followed by the service at 10:15. As you have probably heard, our Wednesday evening services will be on hiatus for the upcoming future. We've been facilitating the services in many different iterations since 2010, and we're so very grateful for anyone who has ever participated in one or hundreds of them, or for anyone who has helped to facilitate them. It's been an amazing experience for all of us who had anything to do with bringing them into being. And it's time to take a sacred rest. However, we don't want to abandon our practice of giving community members a midweek spiritual pick-me-up, especially for those who are unable to attend our Sunday services. Therefore, we are reviving and repurposing a Wednesday night program we did 8 years ago, which was called An Evening of Value. In that program, we focused on a different positive quality each week, and we looked at the big ones like love and peace and abundance, but we also looked at ones that are more on a human level, like courage and kindness. For 2026, we're calling this program A Year of Value, and we will make available by email the written materials that we're recreating and repurposing. However, it will be more of a journal or self-study program, since we will not be doing any meditations or video talks on each topic. But for those who sign up, you will receive a written document about the quality, including a definition of that quality, an affirmation to repeat daily, quotes from the Science of Mind and other interfaith religions about the quality, and a practice to grow that quality in your life over the next week. By focusing on the many different aspects of leading an exemplary life, we will believe that it will support the participants in truly making 2026 a year of value. To sign up, send an email to info@trianglecsl.org and let us know that you would like to participate in an evening of value. Before moving on, I would like to thank Barbara Kane for her beautiful meditation that expanded the container that our service will unfold within. Thank you very much, Babs. And now please welcome her back to the stage.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Wow, so many fabulous things going on. I tell you, I did the basement series the last time at Karen and Mark Daly's, and it was so great to be in class in person with people. I experienced so much inspiration and connectedness with the other people that were in the class with me. And it was really a wonderful experience. So even though if you have the thoughts like I have, like, oh God, this is after work and this is late into the evening, I tell you, the experience of it is so uplifting that you'll be energized by it. So it sounds really, really good. And now I want to talk about today. So the theme for 2026 is open at the top. Our theme for the month of January is everyone, everywhere, all of the time. Reverend Dusty's message for today is the thing itself. And we're going to have the blessing of all faiths on a video, so please welcome Carol and, oh my gosh, I wrote this down and I can't remember now. Janelle. Carol and
The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living honors the diversity and threads of truth that run through all spiritual paths, as represented by this ceremony. Christianity is the path of the Christ consciousness, of love and forgiveness. Buddhism is the path of compassion and understanding. Judaism is the ethical path of living by sacred law. Baha'i is the path of unity and peace. Islam is the path of submission to the will of God, one's highest calling. Confucianism is the path of deliberate tradition. Taoism is the natural way, the path of ultimate reality. Native American practices and shamanic traditions are the paths of primal spirituality. Shintoism is the path of tribal ancestry. Hinduism is the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. The science of mind and spirit is the path of the divine principles of love and law. And the heart represents the one heart and the one love that resides at the center of all people and all beings everywhere, with absolutely no exceptions. May peace prevail on earth through the followers of all paths.
thank you, Carol and Janelle. And now I invite you to close your outer eyes as I speak a blessing on our service this morning. Today I recognize the eternal presence of the loving spirit that is in, as, and through each of us. And in fact, the kingdom of heaven is within me and within you. I live in the city of the spirit of infinite intelligence. I am one with all other citizens who inhabit this celestial metropolis. Here, in true communion of spirit, I find unity, peace, and joy. And as I know that this is true for me, I know that it is true for every member of our congregation, everyone that's watching today. And I speak a blessing on Reverend Dusty as she shares this inspiration with us, as she allows herself to be a vehicle of spirit, of infinite intelligence, of infinite love. And I know that as she blesses us, that she in turn is blessed by this amazing, wonderful presence. And I speak a blessing on Jessie Powers, a wonderful musician who shares her talent with us, that inspires us and uplifts us. I speak a blessing on Heather Abbott, the amazing, wonderful glue that holds this all together, the IT person, the power behind the throne, and someone who is just a delightful spirit here in the universe. And I speak a blessing on all the volunteers, everyone that's helped to bring this service to you, for I know that this is truly a moment of inspiration, a moment of receiving, a moment of joyful communal experience of the love of spirit. And so I know that this is true for all of us, and I'm grateful. And so it is. And this morning I'd like to do a reading from Ernest Holmes. He says, "There is that within every individual which partake of the nature of the universal wholeness, and insofar as it operates is God. There is that within us which partakes of the nature of the divine being, And since it partakes of the nature of the divine being, we are divine. And so it is. And now, a wonderful treat for us this morning, Jessie Powers.
Oh, thanks. Beautiful reading, beautiful meditation. So excited about this talk. So let's all just keep on breathing. Nice deep breath in. This is called the love song of everything. I don't want to give words to this. Anything you have to interpret will only eclipse the heart of it. I just want to send it in sound with a wavelength clarity. Nothing I can ever say will resonate the same way that this love does in me. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Somewhere in the beat of your heart, there I am. And somewhere underneath all the war-torn believing, there you have always been. It's something like a melody, it's like a song, and it sings itself and it's never wrong. Oh, every word plays for me, it's always on repeat. It's the love song of everything. Inhale, exhale, breathe. It's not just there in my body. It's not just there in the thoughts that I think. It's there in the roots, in the skies, in the seas, in the eyelids, the irises, the wind and the wings, in the will be, the ever was, the reason and the just because. I am the song that I sing. Inhale, exhale,
Beautiful, Jessie. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect song for today, because truly that breath is absolutely the presence of God that animates us. Without it, we wouldn't be here. So welcome to those of you who may have just turned on your television sets or your computers at home. We are so blessed that you have chosen to invite us into your homes today. The theme for January is everyone, everywhere, all of the time. And it's a perfect opportunity for us, as we do quite often in January to return to the basics of science of mind, the basic fundamentals and the basic practices to remind us, to inspire us, and to get us back on track, perhaps. So my message today is entitled The Thing Itself. The thing itself is a phrase that's used by Ernest Holmes in the Science of Mind textbook. The thing itself. It is the one power, the one presence in the universe. Now, I call it God, but it goes by many different names: divine, spirit, love, life, first cause, consciousness, and sometimes nothing at all. The thing itself is not some power, but all power. It is not some presence, but the only presence. It is the very essence of love, peace, joy, creativity, abundance, wisdom, grace, freedom, and so much more. Now, it has been said that the starting point in any spiritual realization is a right understanding of the one designated as the Almighty. See, another name for it. But I would venture to believe that for as many names as there are for this power and presence, that there are equally or perhaps even more ways of describing it. I think that each of us, while probably arriving on the planet with the same awareness of this power and presence, began very quickly to be taught, and then to absorb, and then to believe in whatever our parents or our teachers or our friends or our particular cultures or races or religions or lack of religion thought, said, or believed about God. What was said spoke volumes, and we began to really, at a very early age, embody the idea, whatever that idea was, as our own. Or maybe not. Many listening today really grew up with an idea of God that didn't feel right, that didn't fit right, that just didn't seem to resonate with them, even as a very young child. So, if not that concept of God, then what concept? Joel Goldsmith says the hardest part of your spiritual journey is to rise above the concepts of God that you have always accepted. Whether your concept of God has come from a church, from your parents, or from your own experiences in life, regardless of where or how you acquired your particular concept of God, and regardless of what that concept might be, it is not God. There is nothing that you can know about God that is God. There is no idea of God that you can entertain that is God. There is no possible thought that you can have about God that is God. So it really makes no difference, right, what our idea or our concept might be. It remains simply an idea or a concept. And an idea or a concept is not God, but something that is pointing to God. Now, what I think is the most important thing about this is to simply rest in the acknowledgement that God is. I mean, when we look out at the beauty and the abundance of nature, or the orderly movement of the sun and the stars and the tides, or the unfailing rotation of the seasons, or the unbelievable wisdom that is contained in our own human bodies, how could we not believe that there is some kind of supreme intelligence that is back of it all? I happen to believe that there is. And I know that all kinds of people all over the world and throughout time agree. Here at the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living, we honor all faith traditions, all paths to God, and all seekers. You just had an opportunity to see our blessing of all faiths. So we do this not just in theory, but we do it in practice, and we do it through ritual. Each and every faith tradition and each and every person studying and following that faith tradition has a worldview. and an idea about what God is for them. Now, in this moment, remember last week we talked about Ernest Holmes' curiosity. And so I'd like everyone to put on your very best Ernest Holmes curiosity hat and to, because I would like to take a moment to really look at those faith traditions that we honor in our ritual and talk very briefly about their worldview and their idea of God. And as I do so, I really encourage everyone to listen to what they are all saying and to notice the similarities between them and how that encouraged Ernest Holmes to synthesize everything that he studied into the science of mind. Christianity's main worldview is that the universe is created by God. The creation is orderly, meaningful, and fundamentally good. They believe in one God who is eternal, omnipotent, omniscient, and all-loving. Their God exists as three persons in one essence: the Father, who is creator and sustainer; the Son, Jesus Christ, who is God incarnate and redeemer; and the Holy Spirit, who is God's presence and power in the world. Now, this is not three gods, but one God in three expressions. In Christianity, God is transcendent, which means it's beyond creation, and also immanent, which means present within creation. The basic worldview of Buddhism is that reality is an indescribable unity. They believe that all things are impermanent and changing constantly. Nothing has a fixed or eternal presence. Buddhism does not believe in a creator God who made or controlled the universe. Buddha is not a god, but an awakened teacher who discovered and then taught the path to liberation. Enlightenment, they believe, is attainable by all humans through insight and practice. Judaism believes that the universe is made by God, but that it is an area for human beings to live in and to enjoy and to exercise free will in coordination with God's guidance. Judaism's worldview is centered on a personal relationship between God and humanity. God created the world intentionally and purposefully, and it is fundamentally good, although imperfect. Judaism is strictly monotheistic, believing in one God that is unique and indivisible, eternal and unchanging. God is omnipotent and omniscient, just and merciful. The Baha'i faith represents a unitive, progressive, and global worldview centered on the spiritual awareness of humanity. God, humanity, religion, and nature are all interconnected. The Baha'i faith is strictly monotheistic. God is one, eternal, uncreated, and the source of all existence. God's essence is transcendent and inaccessible, meaning that human beings only know God through God's attributes, such as love or peace or joy or mercy or justice. All human beings belong to one human family. Differences of race, culture, nationality, or gender are secondary. Justice, equality, and unity are absolutely essential for world peace to ever happen. Heaven and hell are understood primarily as states of nearness or distance from God and not physical places at all. Islam represents a strictly monotheistic, purposeful, and ethical worldview centered on the submission to the will of God. God created the universe intentionally and with purpose. Creation is orderly, meaningful, and never random. Human life has a clear purpose to worship and to serve God. Allah simply means the one God. And like Judaism, Islam believes this God is eternal, omnipotent, omniscient, merciful, compassionate, transcendent, and immanent. Humans relate to God as servant to a master, based on obedience, trust, and love. And they believe that they will be judged according to their faith and their actions. Confucianism, on the other hand, is primarily an ethical, social, and political philosophy, not a religion in the truest sense in the Western world. Its focus is on how human beings should live together in harmony. Confucianism holds that the universe has a moral order, to it that all human beings should try to get into alignment with. Society, nature, and heaven operate accordingly to that moral order, to an underlying pattern. And human flourishing really depends on living in accordance with this moral order, with this underlying pattern. Confucianism does not teach a belief in a personal God like monotheistic religion does, but by cultivating virtue, humans assist to bring cosmic and social harmony to the world. Taoism sees reality as a natural, self-regulating process rather than a morally imposed order, as they believe in Confucianism. The goal of life in Taoism is to live in harmony with the Tao, which is the fundamental principle of the universe. The fundamental principle of the universe. The Tao means the way. It is the source, process, and pattern of every single thing that exists. It cannot be described and it cannot be named. In the Tao Te Ching, it says, the Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. The Native American worldview sees all reality as alive and sacred. Nature is not separate from the spiritual realm. Animals, plants, rivers, mountains, the sun, and the earth all possess spirit. Humans are a part of nature and not superior to it. Everything is deeply interconnected. The Great Spirit is not always thought of as a singular personal God, but rather alongside of the Great Spirit. Native American traditions recognize many spiritual beings, such as nature spirits or animal spirits or ancestors or other spiritual helpers or guardians. These spirits guide, protect, and teach human beings. Native American traditions view the universe as a sacred web of life filled with spirit. Native Americans believe that the Great Spirit is the ultimate source of life present in all things, and humans are called to live in respectful harmony with all of it, with nature, within their communities, and with the spiritual world. The shamanic worldview holds that all reality is animated by spirit. Humans, animals, plants, mountains, rivers, and even the weather has a spiritual essence. The physical and spiritual world overlap and interact constantly. Many shamanic cultures describe the cosmos as having three interconnected realms. The upper world or upper realm, which is the spirits of the sky, the ancestors, and higher beings. The middle world or realm is the human and natural world, and the lower world or realm is which is animal spirits, earth powers, and other spiritual helpers. Now, most shamanic traditions do not center on one all-powerful creator God. Instead, they recognize these many spirits with different powers and different personalities, and they really encourage, right, or invite all human beings to live in reciprocity with all of these spirits. Shintoism is the indigenous spiritual tradition of Japan. Now, rather than a formal systematic theology, it is a way of understanding the world, nature, and the sacred through practice, through myth, and through ritual. Shintoism views the world as fundamentally sacred. Nature is not separate from the spiritual realm. Instead, the spiritual and material worlds are interconnected. Shintoism does not believe in one all-powerful transcendent God. Instead, it really centers on something called kami. Now, kami are sacred spirits or a divine presence. They can be forces of nature, such as the sun, the winds, or storms. They can be natural objects, such as a mountain or a tree. Or they can be ancestors or exceptional human beings. Or they could be mythological creatures or beings. Now, they all have personalities and emotions and limitations. They can be benevolent or dangerous, and they can be nurturing or destructive. Shinto kami are primarily immanent, which means that they are present within the world rather than being distant or transcendent. The basic worldview of Hinduism is that the universe is profoundly one. Even though it goes through surface changes and cycles, its ultimate nature as an expression of the divine is never changing. Hinduism embraces a diverse understanding of God, ranging from monotheism to polytheism to monism. Brahman, however, is the supreme reality or God and is impersonal and formless. Hindu gods such as Vishnu or Shiva or Devi and many others are manifestations or expressions of the one ultimate reality, Brahman. For them, for the Hindus, worship of many deities does not contradict belief in the one ultimate reality. They also believe that humans are divine at their core, and that divine core is called Atman. Atman. This morning, I received an email blast from Carolyn Meese. Made it sound like she's my good friend, but truly it was a email blast. In it, she said, "We can no longer afford to be divided. What unites us are the mystical teachings of our religions, the universal teaching of love, not the politics that divide. The laws are the same, the beautiful teaching of Sufism, Christian mysticism, Hinduism, it's all the same. If we were to study only the mystical teachings, you wouldn't know where they come from, because love is love is love. And that is the true practice of God in the world." So science of mind is doing its part, right? Love and law. It believes that everything is interconnected and part of one spiritual family. All life shares the same divine source. God, life, and humanity are not separate. God is understood as infinite intelligence, universal mind, or creative spirit. God is immanent and transcendent. Everything exists with God and within God, and God exists within everything. God is both source and substance of reality. Humans are expressions of God, not separate from God. Linda McNamara in the Foundation's class workshop workbook says, "It has been said that God lives at the center of the universe. And the center of the universe is everywhere. It is inside each of us and all around us. We are part of the whole. Our physical and spiritual worlds are not separate worlds, but integral parts of each other. We can feel this essence when we set aside our false beliefs. It is our consciousness of something greater than our human experience which leads us to the certainty of God within and as all life, including each human being. Now, in truth, this is not my life or your life, but God's life being expressed through and as each and every single one of us, through and as each and every sentient being on the planet. The science of mind says all creation originates in this one source. God is all that there is. I say, in the beginning, God, and out of that God substance came everything else. It could be no other way because there was nothing else. God is everywhere at all times, in its fullness and in its wholeness. Ernest Holmes says, we believe in the incarnation of the Spirit in all people and that all people are incarnations of the one Spirit. So therefore, we believe that each sentient being is a creation of God, made of God's substance, a unique and individualized expression of the one. If God is all that there is, then absolutely everyone and everything is an incarnation of God. No one is left out. There are no exceptions. Ernest Holmes also says, we believe in the unity of life and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. So God is not some man with a long beard off on a cloud somewhere outside of us, but a presence, a power, a consciousness within us, within all of life. God is within us and surrounds us. We are immersed in it, and it flows through each of us. He also said, we believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. The eternal givingness, not just at the beginning when we first arrived on the planet, but eternally. Always there, always present, always willing, always available. Everything was created out of love, by love itself. It was always been so, and it will always be so. God plays no favorites, but gives to all. It is not judgmental or capricious. It gives to everyone in equal measure in accordance to our belief. In accordance to our belief. This then, for me, is the idea of the aspect of God that is love. That science of mind, love and law. This is the aspect of love and internal presence. A loving mother, father God, that which created us out of itself, that which sustains us, a power that we can use within us that is closer than our very breath, ever available, always willing and able to give us the kingdom of heaven on earth. And as we will begin to talk about over the next couple of weeks, it is also the law aspect of love and law. A creative power and presence, a law that always works the same way for everyone, everywhere, all of the time. And so it is. And so it is. So I invite everyone to close your outer eyes if you are comfortable in doing so. Turn within to that center of our being, to that core, to the Atman, as the Hindus call it, to that spark of the divine, that presence of God that is within us. To take a deep breath, as Jesse encouraged us to do. To allow that breath to remind us who and whose we are. that there is a power and presence within us that created everything, every magnificent, wonderful, stunning, beautiful, intricate, colorful thing that we can see, and even those things that we cannot see. I call it God, but it does go by many different names. But by whatever that name is, it is the very essence of peace, of joy, of creativity, of love, of all things good. That golden thread weaves itself throughout all of life, connecting each one of us to each other, to life, and to God itself. We are never separate. And it's from that place of unity that I speak these words about and for each of us today, truly knowing that we are spiritual beings having a human incarnation, and that we arrived on the planet with everything that we need, like the lilies of the valley, to not have to toil or struggle, that we have everything we need, like everything to become that oak tree is within the acorn, and that as we open ourselves up to that truth, open ourselves up to that awareness, open ourselves up to bigger and more expanded willingness to lean into that power and presence, that our lives are forever changed. We can use this power and presence within us to create a life, to create a world that we love to live and that we love to live in. A world that actually does work for everyone. As each of us steps powerfully into the knowingness of who we are, that right acknowledgement of the Almighty, then we allow ourselves to breathe that out into our communities, into our families, raising them up, bringing that Godness into a palpable connection for everyone, allowing everyone to do the same. And as we do so, everything changes. This then is the thing itself, and it is the right and perfect place to start, the right and perfect thing to be reminding ourselves as we begin this new year 2026, that we are not alone, that we are deeply connected with the most power, the most love, the most peace, the most joy that we could ever experience in our life, that it is already within us because that presence is within us. And so I claim ease and grace for us as we live our lives from that place. Letting go and letting God be God. Not just a thing at the end of the prayer, but a thing that actually works. So I release these words into that law that only ever says yes, that close my words in form even as they are spoken. And so I speak them and I release them, letting go with full expectation of their manifestation, already seeing our lives forever changed, forever deepened, forever raised, forever expanded, forever joy-filled. And so I invite each of us from a space of gratitude and expectation to anchor this prayer for ourselves, for each other, for our community, and for the world, simply by saying, and so it is. And so it is. Amen. It is now time for our conscious giving. And this is the time every week when we offer financial support to assist this community to be a beacon of light and love for ourselves and for others. Together, we affirm the truth that today's offering lifts this spiritual community, prospers the one giving, and contributes to the experience of sufficiency on the planet. There are several ways that you can give. They are here on your screen. Visit our website at trianglecsl.org. You can text the word give to 919-629-9148, or you can send a check to PO Box 4062, Cary, North Carolina, 27519. I now invite you to turn within for another moment as I speak a word of blessing upon this offering, knowing that the process itself is an opportunity to stand in an expanded view of all of the ways that we are abundant, and to focus our attention on all of this abundance by practicing, sharing, and giving. That by recognizing our good and being willing to give some of it away, we enter into the law of circulation and participate in the powerful flow of the universe. I know that as each of us enters into this eternal flow of giving and receiving, that the gift we give comes back to us. The blessing and the blessed are one. Thank you all for your gift, and I thank God for each and every single one of you. And now, please help me welcome the amazing Jessie Powers back to her guitar.
Thank you. I just want to seal that whole beautiful talk with just a playful celebration of life. Okay, but there's a part you need to learn. On the count of 3, in the comfort of your own home, with as much depth of knowing and faith and joy for life as you can muster, I would like you to say, huh! Just like that. It's a declaration, a joyful declaration. Let's practice. 1, 2, 3, huh! Right, okay, so here we go. I wake up early to the morning sun. I don't know how it does it every day. It rises up and then it falls again. Born only to die away. Yeah, look in the mirror and I see myself. I don't know how I do it every day. Standing on this big blue rock, not knowing what I'm doing here. Still believing there's a reason, keep on keeping on my way. Each time I open my eyes, that's when I get to decide how I am gonna show up, show out in this life. 1, 2, 3, everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Sing that. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Look at the clock, it's running day and night. Got no control in those little clock hands. A little soldier just marching through time. Well, I'm so glad I am not a clock. I am alive and I can choose to dance each time I open my eyes. That's when I get to decide how I'm gonna show out in this life. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Everybody get up, sing it. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, and I'm ready to play every day, baby. Everybody, get up. Why? Because It's a beautiful day, that's why everybody get up. Oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah. Everybody get up. Oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. Thank you so much, Jesse. How fantastic. Wow. Okay. With that energy, I'm going to invite you all to join me for our January 11th affirmation. This is a call and response. Please repeat it with meaning. I believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause.
I believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause.
I believe in the incarnation of the Spirit in all people, and that all people are incarnations of the one Spirit.
I believe in the incarnation of the Spirit in all people, and that all people are an incarnation of the one Spirit.
I believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God.
I believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God.
I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all.
I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all.
I believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence, and I am grateful.
I believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence, and I am grateful.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Wow, powerful. Okay, now I invite you to close your outer eyes one more time and just know that God is in, as, and through us. The life of the Spirit is my life and your life. All of its strength is my strength. Its power is my power. I feel that the whole being is renewed and invigorated and made alive, that my whole being is renewed, invigorated, and made alive. And I invite you to take this wonderful moment in time, this service of celebration, of connection with the Spirit, in all of everyone's understanding, that Spirit creates in us, creates through us, and is ongoingly expanding and expressing and enjoying its life through us. And so let's make it a great God day. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone. Heather, Babs, Jesse, for your participation in today's service. It was amazing. Thank you for everybody who is watching right now in real time, and for those of you that will watch the recording later. I appreciate everyone's presence, not only today, but in our community. And I love you all. Have a great week. See you soon.